I have lots of help here with me tonight. They were asking me some questions earlier. What were you asking?
What's a seller's concession?
They asked, what is a seller's contribution and what's a seller's concession? Do you know? No, huh? Well, do you know? Well, let me share with you what I know so that you will know. So what a seller's contribution and or concession, they are the same things, it's an opportunity for a seller to offer the buyer some closing costs. That's usually a contribution at the closing table. And then a seller's concession is money that the seller helps the buyer with as far as like repairs or something that might need to get done in the home that the seller is not wanting to pay for before closing, so they'll pay it at the closing table. So I want to tell you, there's never money handed over at a closing table, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever. There are credits. So that would mean like the buyer would then bring less money to the table, okay? So the buyer has to really make sure that if the seller is giving them money toward repairs, that the buyer really has the money for those repairs, because the only thing that the seller is doing is lessening the amount of money that comes to the closing table. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So they're bringing less money to the closing table. But what I wanted to say is, sellers, listen, sometimes you got to meet a buyer halfway. And sometimes it means, hey, if you really don't have the money to lay out right now, because it might have cost you a small fortune, like it did for me, to prepare your house to get to the market, then you might want to think about offering the buyer some concessions at the closing table. You're giving them credit at the closing table. And that's sometimes an awesome way to handle some of the hardest situations. If you have more questions, you can always call me. You want to tell them my number? 704-909-9630. Call me if you need any help. I appreciate you always tuning in. Have a great night. Bye now.